Hey there, how are ya? Welcome. What's going on? I hope y'all are having a great night tonight. We are going to have a little fun with this little gnome. It's a standing gnome and the Christmas tier tray pattern, or transfer. Okay, we're just going to use one of the pieces of this tonight, but it's still going to turn out awesome. So check this out. I already pre-painted a lot of this, okay, because it's a lot of small pieces. And as you can see, I took this piece of cardboard and I just stuck a piece of painter's tape right here to the board so that I could easily paint all the tiny pieces and not get paint all over the place, okay? So that's a tip for you. But I have this little, like, I don't know what it's called. It's like one of those little signs that they have at the barber shops, you know. But I want to see if I can tape this off and paint it white and red. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I'm going to be able to because of the width of the thing. So that's not going to work. But that's okay. We're going to try it and see if I can hand paint it, which is terrifying, I know. But I have my little small paintbrush, so I'm going to give it a try, okay? And if it turns out horrible, then we'll do something else. But I think I might be able to do it. Hopefully. Alright, I'm just using candy apple paste, okay, to paint this little dude. And you can use whatever kind of paint you want, but I don't really have a acrylic paint that is as bright as this candy apple, a red one. Although a Posca pen might work really well too. But I didn't think of that before I started, so that's fine. Yeah, I have a whole ton of them actually, paint pens. And I thought about that after I started, but that's okay. I think I probably do have a bright red one, but I'm alright. I think I'm going to be okay. But those paint pens are pretty amazing. I do have several kinds, like different tips. Smaller ones, bigger ones. And they work pretty fantastic. So if you haven't grabbed yourself some of those, go look on Amazon for some paint pens. Alright. Thank God, yes, the guy came today and he fixed a bunch of things. So basically, we have fiber internet here at my house, which is super high-speed internet, but the cable for it that is inside the house connected to the box is like paper thin and extremely breakable. And at some point during the shuffle of moving everything around while the photographer was here on Friday, caused the little paper thin cord to break, right? And basically what happened was that stopped everything, which the guy told me, like, you know, you really shouldn't mess with this cord. It's very thin and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, but I don't even have kids, okay? What about people that have kids? And he tells me, well, it looks like the guy that installed this initially did not install it correctly. And so that's kind of our fault. Because he didn't hide that cord inside the box and just left it willy-nilly to be destroyed the first time that you touch it, pretty much. And so he fixed it for me. Y'all, he wasn't even here a whole hour. Okay? Which is pretty annoying because they stood me up on Saturday night. And they could have fixed it for me on Saturday. But again, thank God that Chris has his Wi-Fi thing that I could use for work, and it worked really well for me to work from home. And I have a hotspot on my phone, because if not, I would have been in big trouble. this weekend or this week. I would have had to go into the office, and you know I don't want to do that. No, I did not have to pay, thank God. But I was ready to pay. But whenever he told me that it was our fault, that someone in this house did break that cord, I'm like, okay, but shh, quiet you know? And he was like, oh no, it's totally fine. He did not care a lick, okay, about trying to make me pay. So that was nice. All right, I'm going to paint these little hearts too red, okay? And I'm looking to see what else. Oh, I need to paint this thing red too, this little bow right here. So let me do that. I already got rid of my paintbrush too, so I'm just coming back with another paintbrush, which this one is not nearly as good. I like that short one with that short brush. It's a lot easier to control the paint. And I did not add any water to this paste, which is probably part of my problem, but it's okay. Let me see if I can grab some of this one. No. There. I'll just get a little bit over here. So, yeah, all fixed. Thank God. He had it taken care of. I was able to work the rest of the day with the internet working. And I got all my stuff done, so if I owe you something, you should be getting shipping tracking info from me tonight, because I packaged every single thing that I have a paid order for today. Alright, so I think that's good. Now, let me see if I can move this stuff out of the way, all these little pieces. And I want to do his hat too. Okay, so he's got a hat and a beard here. So I'm going to do the hat red, like a Santa hat, like a typical one, right? And then, of course, I already painted the other pieces white, so I don't need to worry about that. I do like to do a base coat of white if I can. If I'm doing everything else, any other white pieces, I go ahead and try to paint everything white. And it just makes the paint go on easier, gives me a better coverage. But you can totally, with red or black or whatever, you don't have to go in with white first. And for the black pieces that I have, I did not go in with black first. Just so I'm clear, okay? I think I'm good here. I am going to go ahead. I know this is the backer piece, but I'm going to paint it red too, just to be consistent. So if I do put this in the wrong spot when I glue it down, I won't have a problem, okay? It won't be glaringly obvious that I messed it up, which is very possible at this point, y'all. It's been a long day, but we're almost there. My house is listed. I'm so excited. The pictures turned out so awesome, y'all. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot even possibly believe my house looks fake. Okay, so have y'all ever looked at houses and they virtually stage the house where they put fake furniture using the computer? Okay, so that's what my house looks like. Okay, and it's all real, which is super cool. Just amazing, honestly. I'm just completely shocked by it all. I can't hardly believe that that's the place that I live in, because it looks amazing. Alright, let me see who all's on here. I'm sorry I didn't say hello to everyone. Hi, Karen and Deborah, Stephanie. Oh my gosh. Sharon and Wendy and Joni. Hi, Lori. Hi, Pat. Are you new here? Hi, Ivy. Let's see. Hey, Tammy and Jean. Hi, Mom. Hey, Lori. All right. Let's get going on the rest of this thing. Okay, so now, let's see what I'm doing here. So I want to do, I'm loving this whole teal and red situation for Christmas stuff, okay? I don't know what it is, but I've been seeing it a lot, okay? So this little square is a little gift. And I want to do this one teal, and I don't know what color I'm going to do for the ribbon because I already did. Well, I guess I can do the ribbon. Darn it. I already put away a second brush that I used for red. Okay, now I'm just going to roughly paint this. I don't want to paint the whole thing because it connects with the rest of this and I don't want to mess up. Okay, but I do want to try and get the edges. Okay. And I didn't even put water in this paste. It's pretty paintable, and now it won't always be, so sometimes you might need to add just a little bit of water, which is fine. I think I'm good there. Now, once again, I need another paintbrush for red because, you know, I want to wash about 1 million paintbrushes tonight. That's my goal. Apparently. Yeah, you're definitely right, Lori. Monday only comes once a week. Thank God I made it through. Just hoping that I want to get some showings, okay? But tomorrow is my busiest day of the week. And I would love to have a showing tomorrow, okay? Even if I have to go sit in my car all day long down the street and work from my car literally all day, I will gladly do that if it means that I get 1 or more showings tomorrow. So hopefully the real estate gods are listening and smiling down on me. And they're like, oh, Pammy needs a win. Let us give her somebody that wants to pay above asking. Or just asking price would be great too, honestly. Okay, so now I think we're good there. So I do, you know, I pulled out the Shimmer Frost because I love it, especially for white stuff. Any kind of snowflakes. I love a good Shimmer Frost on there. So let me get a smaller paintbrush than that. I should have probably done this prior to my live starting, but that's okay. Alright, so all these little snowflakes, I'm just going to run a little bit of Shimmer Frost over them. Just to add a little bit of sparkle, okay? You don't even have to do a lot. I did pre-paint them with white. So you can comment the word GNOME to get the stuff to make this tonight, okay? And all of this is going to go together. We have a little piece of the transfer for the tier tray that we're going to use for his little sign that he's going to be holding. I'm really tempted to do his gloves too. I'm not going to give his beard any sparkles though, although I could and it would be great. But I'll just make his little gloves sparkly, and then we'll do the transfer part on his little sign and start putting this little guy together, okay? So, move that right over there. And then I pre-painted this black, okay? And I don't think I want to wax this because there's like it's all silk screen, okay? So I want this to stick as well as possible on there. I think I'm lined up pretty good. Hi Melissa, how are ya? Welcome. It's super stressful, Lori. And I mean, hopefully the moving part will be fine, but the actual selling, buying is just nerve-wracking. At least though, I am grateful that houses aren't just getting snatched up. In some ways, I'm grateful for that because there are several houses that I just absolutely love, and I'm hoping that they're still around whenever I'm ready. Which they may not be, and that might be meant to be, you know, but as much as I would like for my house to go within like the first 3 days, I would like to not have to lose the house that I love for someone else or have to pay more than what it's actually worth. Okay, look how cute that is. This way to the North Pole. Okay, with that shimmer frost over black. I just used regular black chalk paint, nothing fancy, with my little makeup sponge trick, okay? That's the key right there, is the makeup sponge, because that sucker works great. Oh, you know what? I forgot about his nose. Let me touch up his nose really quick, because it can't just be straight up white. That's just too white for me. But yeah, that's true. I might just gain the habit of making my bed every day, because I don't do it now, but I have been doing it, and I really love it. And honestly, I think this whole thing might just keep me to where I keep the clutter to a minimum. Like tonight, I packed orders, and even though I had a bunch of orders that I had to pack, after I got done, I cleaned off the dining room table, and I'm going to do this little gingerbread man too. I cleaned off the table in the kitchen where I normally would just leave everything laying out and put it all away. Like it's not like a bunch of mess or anything, but like my little thing that I use to package everything, and then, you know, the cardboard pieces that I use, I put all that stuff back away so that tomorrow, if something happens and we do get a showing, I don't have to rush around and try to not only get Dozer out of the house, but also worry about having to clean up my mess before I can get out of here. So, in addition to having meetings back to back, so try to make it easy on myself. Plus, I have this little star, which I don't know where this goes, but we're going to find a place for it. I'm not sure that this star even goes with this set. Because I was cutting out multiple things earlier. I'm pretty sure it does, because I can't think of another thing that it could go with. But I don't know exactly where it goes. So we're going to figure it out together. Okay? Alright. Now, to put all of this together. So I'm planning on moving back home to Texas. Right now I live in outside of Nashville. And Chris and I have finally decided that we've been talking about moving home for a little while now. But we have finally decided to go ahead and pull the trigger, list the house, and start looking. Now, I wasn't planning on it happening so quickly, okay? But it kind of just happened this fast. I wasn't expecting to find anything down there that was going to be not only in my price range, but also meet the qualifications that I wanted it to meet. But I did, which was a surprise to me and everyone else involved. Chris and I had a conversation over the weekend about how, okay, there's our first step, okay? About how he was not expecting it to be, like, immediate. And neither was I, honestly. I truly. But, you know, I asked my realtor down there to start looking for me, for if she came across something that she knew I would love. Well, I really didn't have a whole ton to do, Rose. I mean, really, all I had to do was just box up. I maybe filled 10 boxes, and 3 of those boxes was hanging clothes from the closets around the house. So, I mean, I really didn't have a big list. Now, the last time that I got my house for sale, ready for sale, it took me about 5 or 6 months, probably, to get everything done that needed to be done prior to listing it. And then we also had to paint too, and I'm not painting this time. Now, if I was moving out first, I would have to paint, because removing all the stuff from the walls, you can see it. But I think I'm going to end up giving whoever buys my house a paint allowance and just calling it a day, because if they want it. Now, if they don't, then great. But I'm not going to do that ahead of time. Now, my last house, I was moved out of it already, so I had to paint and all that junk, which took me longer. Plus, we had repairs to make. That was an older home, too. My house that I live in right now is brand new, and so that helps a ton in just making it easier to have it ready quickly. Okay. So I am using super hot glue, but I'm trying to use as little as possible so it doesn't come squeezing out. Okay, and this little present in the middle is layered, so I'm putting that on. And you're going to want to line it up, okay, because it's got kind of like a curved shape on the edges, and so does the little ribbon that goes on it, okay? So, spread that out just a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I think my realtor was pretty amazed too, because she came in. Exactly. She was not, I don't think she was expecting it. And I had sent her some pictures of what I was doing, so she knew that I was working on getting there, you know? And she got here on Friday and was just like, oh my gosh. I mean, my house looked like, it looked different. I wish I would have taken some pictures. Hi, Anita, how are you? Prior to getting it ready, because it really, it was amazing how much it changed by me just putting a few things in boxes. Literally, I did not do a lot. And then a good deep clean is all. That was the final thing that we did. And then, okay, so his little hat, I put this piece on there and the top piece so that covers up where I painted it, okay? And then we've got his little mustache, and we have a nose. All right, so let's go for the mustache now. And I do try to post these in my VIP so that if you do order it, you can go back and look at the pictures, because I know it's difficult to remember exactly. Or if you have trouble putting it together whenever you get it, just send me a message, okay? What is that? I don't know what this ball is right here. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to look for the picture myself now, because it doesn't make sense. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That little... Good Lord. Alright. I don't know. I forget now that I'm trying to remember exactly how this went together myself. Oh, shoot. So these tiny little hearts go on this little gingerbread man. Okay? They're itty bitty too. So either use super glue or just the tiniest bit of paint. I mean, hot glue. Okay. I'm going to see if I can scroll through here and find this picture that I sent someone earlier. Here it is. Oh, darn it. Okay. We're going to use the star, but I actually have the other piece in the house. Now I get it. It's supposed to be a candy right here. But we're going to use the star. And I don't know where the star came from because it's not in that picture. That's alright, though. We're going to make do, okay? I don't know. Alright. See if I can. Might be way too much glue here. Now, it all makes sense now, okay? I cut this out earlier and I was like, that piece looks weird. I'm not taking that outside with me. And then what do you know? Here I am, screwing stuff up. But that's okay. He's holding some kind of little weird star ball, okay? You're not going to get a star, though, whenever I send this to you, because I don't think this goes with this set, to be honest. Okay? So just keep that in mind. You will get a candy, and it will go in that round spot. So comment GNOME to get this for yourself, okay? And someday I'll get it together, but probably not today, okay? Just so we're clear. Today's not the day that it's all going to come together for us. I don't think. Alright, and then his little feet go down here. Now, keep an eye out. And don't cover up this little lip down here, because you need it to be able to fit into the stand, okay? So the little lip on the bottom needs to stay intact, alright? Don't mess it up. And then this little part goes along the bottom of his feet. Okay? Alrighty then. Okay, so now we need to worry about his little sign, okay? Now this one is kind of a little bit tricky, because the sign's going to go right here, but you want to fit this other sign on it, okay? Now I know it's pointing at his face, and maybe we could do it like this. It kind of points down if I do it over there, though. I don't like that. So we're going to do it right here. And this needs to go on before the hands go on, okay? Very important. Because the hands are going to sit on top of this. Okay? Now, there's our little sign with our chalk, okay? It's perfect. And then I should have painted his outfit. I wonder if I could touch it up. Y'all, I'm messing things up tonight, okay? I don't know what I'm doing here. Not thinking things through. So think your projects through before you start them, instead of doing like me and having to fix it. Isn't it super cute? Now, I'm going to come back, and I definitely need water in this paint. I'm going to try and give him a quick little Santa suit, okay? It can't just be me that messes up crafts, is it? It's not, right? Please tell me that y'all don't think about what you're doing either. Because this is not all the time, but sometimes. I guess I didn't think about how this was gonna sit. How it would be layered, you know? No. All right. I'm going to put this a little bit lower so that I don't have to try and paint under his beard because I didn't do it right. But you don't have to put it so low as I did. All right, now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on both sides and the center. And then we're going to pick a spot for it to forever live. But mainly it's gluing to the sign and to his beard, okay? Y'all, this is super cute though. Regardless of whether I messed it up or not, it is so cute. Now, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, okay? I wasn't, obviously. So now, y'all, oh my gosh. Look how cute he is. Now, I do have one more snowflake, so let me see if I can just decide where this is going to go real quick. And then that's that, okay? Isn't he adorable? And his little stand works great. Now, I have seen that if you have one of these stands, okay, and you have issues with it not fitting perfectly in there to where it fits, take a sanding block or a piece of sandpaper and just sand lightly where you painted it, okay? Because the paint will make it slightly bigger. But look at that. Isn't he so cute? I mean, regardless if I messed it up, he's so adorable. And I think he turned out pretty good. This little tier tray transfer worked out perfect, okay? Plus, you can use it for all your tier tray projects too, okay? Because our transfers are reusable. That's what's so awesome about Chalk Couture. And I pretty much painted this mostly with chalk, okay? Anywho, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Comment the word GNOME to get this little guy for yourself. And I will see you tomorrow, okay? Good night.